All right, just jumping straight in. What's up to all the VOD viewers? Just opened up the live stream. Nobody's in here yet, for sure. Another AA grind sesh on the Beastlord. Damn, Minesweeped. You're on top of it. What's up, buddy? Make sure that looks right. Ooh, got it. Greenwood Forest. Good morning, everybody. It's probably lunchtime or nighttime for Minesweeped. Oh, never mind. It was a stream. We're gonna go rage war on Kaladim, I think. I'm gonna bust in there and just start killing stuff. Should be dark blue. Definitely the stuff of the docks is, but I want to go inside. Cooking dinner? Alright. I just rolled out of bed. A little bit short on time today. So I'm thinking like 2 hours is my window. But we'll see. Where am I? Oh, this way. Oh, shoot. You're a teacher? All right. What's up, Eric? Did you end up showing up late to the raid the other day? I did not. I did not, but I'm going tonight. I'll be there tonight. I was actually on Monsters and Memories, and Xanax, the guild leader, he found me, and he invited me to the guild on Monsters and Memories. He did not, yeah. I feel that. I feel that. Me either. Me either. Ooh. Haven't played a bunch of EQ or anything, so these little streams are like, well, these streams plus raiding is kind of my jam right now. So this is kind of taking it easy, taking a break, even though we're doing a stream 3 weeks in a row. That's pretty cool. And I've been raiding multiple times a week, but that's me taking a break, I guess. Playing a little M&M with the boys. That's been fun. Some groupage. Played with them last night. Didn't record it though, like an idiot. The other game I did, oh, like the members only video. That video is like 5 years old, and it's that's Mortal Kombat 11, if that's what you're talking about. I was showing a friend, the mage actually. I was talking to the mage, and I was showing him a couple things on Mortal Kombat 11, a couple of matches. And then I was just going through my YouTube stuff, and I saw him there, and I was just like, I mean, I don't have very much to offer the members, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just private these, I guess. I don't know. Greenwood Forest says, yeah, teacher. I use the /consider level to show kids where my patience is at with them. Sometimes they try to get me to scowling. I bet, dude. That's tough, man. That's like one of the hardest jobs, for sure. And I'm not even just saying that now. Because, like, you know, we all were in school once, or whatever. Most of us, I guess. And, man, was that wild. Dude, Meech, what's up, dude? Long time. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Okay. I just need to run in there. I'm gonna go inside. These guys are super cops, so we don't want to mess with them. I could have just invis, I suppose, but, you know, we're barbarians here. Not literally. Not figuratively, but literally. I mean, they didn't even do anything to me. We gotta shrink up. Aw, man, they're green and stuff? That's not fun. Aw. Oh, okay. We'll go to the docks then. The docks are what we're looking for, I guess. Let's invis up then to get out of here. I don't want to train the docks with super cops. Dang. I mean, we can kill them for fun one time. I was hoping they were still dark blue and we could just, like, slaughter this whole town, you know? But I don't want to kill greens and shit. We'll go to the docks. My original plan was the docks anyways, and then I was like, you know what? Let's go inside. What am I doing? Oh yeah, invis. Still waking up, still waking up. Right, I played MC, but only the first one. Oh, MK. They spell it wrong. But only the first one. I saw the movie too. That's quite an experience. Yeah, the old movie, the original one, first one was great. The sequels to the first one, those 2 and 3 were pretty corny as hell. The new one was alright, but I'm looking forward to number 2. I think the Street Fighter movie is going to be quite silly. Why am I looking over there? Let's look over here. Hey, what a weekday stream. What's up, Yukator? Yeah. A couple hours. Couple hours. Adventuring with Meech says, it's a shame that EQL is doing an NDA. I know it's not your bag, but I was hoping to see you at least a single video. Yeah, I'll make some videos about it because I think I'm not in the beta. I didn't get into the first round. I hear that they only had like 300 people out of 35,000 people. But here's something that's interesting, and we all know this, I think, or we all assume this. Let's kill this guy. I think, yes, I haven't updated every week. I'm gonna not update. One day I will. But I've been doing other stuff. We'll talk about it, I guess. What we all notice is, like, we're assuming that people are signing up with multiple email addresses, right? Everybody's probably doing that. I only did one because, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't care that much, but I kind of, you know, I don't care enough to... Oh, shit. That stupid goblin here. Do we have anything? Oh, I don't have anything. I got chloroplast up. Direct damage. Let's hit him with like a spirit strike. Stop this man. He's taking our mobs. We want to kill these guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so people probably signed up with multiple addresses because I saw that they announced, EQL just announced that they hit 20,000 people in Discord. And it's like, okay, you have 20,000 people in Discord, but you had 35,000 signups like a week ago, you know, to the beta. So, you know, obviously several people are doing multiple emails and stuff like that. But oh yeah, so anyway, so they had 35,000 signups, but only 300 people got in, supposedly. Meech says, crap. I didn't even think to try and cheat the system like that. I'll probably never get a beta invite. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of people who haven't gotten into the Monsters and Memories ones, and it feels like they're letting people in like wild. They're letting in like a couple hundred people every Friday or whatever it is. Grilldeck, what's up, dude? Yeah, there's definitely key farmers signing up. Yeah. So, but with that being said, I think it was Kelethin who saw like a sticky post or a pinned post in the Discord. Something about, you know, people who make videos on YouTube and Twitch and stuff can separately sign up. Now, this is going to be a hot topic, I'm sure. But they're not guaranteeing anything. They're just saying you can sign up separately and you have to like link all your socials and your YouTube and your Twitch stream and everything. You have to link all these things and then they'll consider you. So maybe I'll get in through the back door, if you would. Let's kill some dwarves. I did 35,000 email addresses using AI. Still no luck with the beta key. True. Guard Clendon. It's much easier. These guys are actually solid if you don't have to cast spells on them, right? The Necro, it's kind of annoying. You know, I did level the Necro here from like, I don't know what it was, at 45 to 50 or, you know, in that area. I did some leveling here. Not the whole time, but some leveling here in Classic, back in Classic. But we did revisit this on the SK, which was kind of annoying because they were resisting all my spells. And then Skelethin's here on his solo self-found Necro. He's finding it kind of annoying because they're resisting spells. Is this person still... Where's that? Isn't there like... There's somebody in one of these... Oh, I don't want to fight people. Isn't there somebody in one of these buildings who's like dark blue maybe? So they're kind of annoying when you're a spellcaster, even when you're above, when you're higher level. Isn't there somebody in here? Am I tripping? Alright. Alright, let's go to this other hut. Let's kill these guys. We're probably gonna have to fight two of them at once. Shouldn't be a problem. Sean's last live stream, he said they're doing 500 PvE plus 500 friends and 500 PvP plus 500 friends each week for their beta. With those numbers, it's wild that anyone isn't in the M&M beta. Yeah, exactly. Well, here's this guy. Here's the other guard. Let's kill him first. All my spell effects are off from raiding. So unprepared. Turn that stuff on. Let's turn the nameplates on. Dang it, I was hoping to go inside. I'm sure there's some guards inside that are blue. How many AA are you at now? I just got on my ranger to 60. My first max level on Quarm. Grats Greenwood. Gotta grind 27 AAs for Endless Quiver. Hope it goes quick enough. Yeah, you have, you might even have more than that, because you need the, the archery, rank 1, 2, and 3, and stuff, too. That's where your real damage comes out, so you could be a real ranger and range things. I have, 68, wherever we left off last time. I actually haven't done anything but raid since I streamed last. Alright, so we're gonna get 2 here. Oh, I guess we'll kill the light blue. Need to figure out a new spot for my shaman. Tundra Yetis are okay. Just too many caster draconids or whatever running around the area. I'll have to Gemini it. Yeah. What was it? Your shaman. What level's your shaman again, exactly? Tundra Yetis are okay. Just too many caster draconids. Draconids. Oh, the spiders. Sorry, I was trying to figure out. But you don't go in the caves? You don't do the Yetis in the caves? You're doing the outside Yetis? What about the ice Yetis in the caves? I love the ice Yetis. Or can you not? Well, you can probably break them. Yeah. What about, because there's a couple ice Yetis cave. There's one, I'm trying to think of the map. There's one in like the northwest. That one's like a little lower. And then there's one south of that, and then there's one all the way on the south wall. The middle one and the south one are a little bit higher. That guy was dual wielding, kind of jacked me up. Yeah, fuck the spider people, dude. What are they called? A Tundra Yeti? There's 2 types of Yetis. There's like the lower ones and the higher ones, and then there's the brown Yetis. Or the brutes. Meech says, do we know when the next Agilon test? We don't, and they never really give you a heads up unless it's a bigger one. I was able to catch the last day of the last one and actually enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot too. Even they nerfed my class that I was playing, but I still want to get in there. I've been killing 2 roamers in the south cave, but the main room has a ton of them. Yeah. Takes forever to kill on the shaman. You have to root rot, right? Yeah, the middle cave. The middle cave has let's go check over here. There's actually a couple more. I'm trying to think. The middle cave has a pat, has 1 pat, and yeah, I think you get 2 at a time in the middle cave. So that might be a bust. That was a painful area for when I was solo self-founding on the first Beastlord. Giants and Frontier Mountains. Yeah, maybe the higher ones are still dark blue. The Beastlords deserve to be nerfed? Yeah, you called it out in your video and you were just sitting there two-shotting all the zombies. Yeah, they were crazy. True. These are... Oh, man. We're cooked. This was a terrible idea. This backfired. Everything's light blue. We uh-oh. I don't think we're even near anything. Well, Sendrith was saying he was killing Wood Elf guards. Go kill Wood Elf guards. I do need to go back to Hollow Shade more and get a second earring, says Yukator. Yeah. What about those chicks? What level were they? Green. That's a good level. The respawn on these are long too, so I think we're not. I don't think we're doing too good here. My plan backfired. Not good. Maybe do Taskmaster group or some bugs in Echo Caverns. Yeah, I think you can do that till like 51-ish. But I don't think he's grouping. He's solo, so. Brownies and Elfay? Is that a joke? They'll probably destroy me. Even at 60, geared. Sendrith was mentioning the High Elf guards. I don't know. Haven't even looked into that. But I know on P99, like, you LOS them. I don't know how it is on here. He was saying maybe it's not like that on here. I honestly don't know. Yukator says Gemini's telling him bats in Soul B. A zone I've never even done way back in the day. Yeah, that's dangerous. Bugs and bats and all that. They'll silence you too. Super annoying, so. You trying to stay off the moon? Is that a thing? Oh man, what are these guys doing? He's killing the citizens. Alright. Let's just go inside and raid the town for fun then. We're not going to get XP for it. Well, they're light blue, so we'll get some XP, but... just something to do, I guess, because these guys have long respawns. Maybe we'll find some dark blues in there, and they'll probably kill us, because they'll be dark blue, but they'll be like a super cop or something. Half guards are paladins, so they chain heal themselves while you fight them as a beast. Yeah, that's what I told Sendrith. That's what I know about them. And they probably lay on hands or something. I don't know. Sounds like a bad time. And I know on P99, you like root them around the corner. Not as a beast, obviously, but you root them around the corner and then they don't heal. So you can like root rot them. But I don't... He says he doesn't think that works on this server. Not that it matters because I can't root. Yukator says, my damage feels light, so I've been sticking to Old World Kunark. I can, no worries, give something. Yeah, 49 though. I think that's high for Kata. I think. So that sucks. Tinfoiled hat, what's up, dude? Maybe I need a fear kite him. Not doing that on the beast, that's for sure. And I don't need the necro. Alright, let's go back inside. They don't want to fight? That's not good. Am I lagging? Yeah, I see necros in there all the time. I'm not lagging? They just didn't want to fight me, okay. They know it's good for them. What's up, tinfoiled hat? Okay. All right. Let's get back on the illusion, and then... Well, we might have to zone out. Probably not. We'll probably only get 2 at a time. Tinfoiled hat says, I will admit, when you're solo in Luckland, it is pretty tough unless you're an ultra class like Beastlord or Necro or something. My mage can't take anything without my druid friend. Yeah, the Luckland mobs are tough. No way around it. They are tough. So yeah, if you can't like fear something to rid yourself of all the damage, you're kind of screwed. Why did I do that? Let's do shrink. Let's become little people. All right. So there's a guard right there. Do you suppose we'll grab him? Let's see how many come. Hopefully not 3. Just 1. Perfect. Let's just take over Kaladim and see what trouble we can get into. There's a dude in here named Ogre Bane. That's like the lead warrior GM. We're not killing him. But obviously doesn't like me very much with a name like that. Have you been further enjoying the enchanter over there? On M&M or on... Or on Quarm. I'm assuming M&M, but I don't know for sure. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and actually put on. Oh shit! I was on the Priest of Discord. M&M, yeah, I've been enjoying the enchanter as long as it's not like that. Just that one day of crazy lag was like insane. But outside of that, it's been great. Like everything works. Like spells were broken on that day, and it's hard to like explain or hard to like wrap your mind around because it's like, why would lag cause spells to just simply not work as intended? I don't even know the answer to that. But it's like, you know, like I said, I was able to be invisible and have a charm pet. My placate like wasn't placating even though it said it was. Like, weird stuff was happening. It was really, really weird. But outside of that, it's been great. I think I can just single pull these since they're all green, apparently. Don't worry about the priest. I could take them. Surely, it'll be no problem. And I'll loot him, and it'll be some XP pots, for sure. Golduck says... yeah, I get a Priest of Discord solo in. If I remember collecting my days of soloing him, he hits and nukes for 300. Yeah, he's an absolute beast. He'll destroy me. We got a lot. I'm gonna loot this guy. XP pots and his cool staff. Yeah, I remember back in Classic there was a guy named Priest, and then his last name was of Discord, like one word, and he was a human. He looked exactly like this, and he got the name Priest, and then his last name was of Discord, and he was in the EC tunnel, and Secrets was online and just hanging out in the tunnel. Why did I do that? I slowed the wrong one. Anyways, and Secrets went ahead and like spaced his last name out so that it said Priest of Discord, since he like pulled off the full cosplay and all that. Groldex says used to solo him on his Shami back in the day just to flex on noobs. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. He is a tough ass dude who one-shots all the noobs for sure. I don't think we could kill him if we tried. I'm pretty sure he would just wreck us. What is he? Does he have faction? I don't even know. Imagine getting all the priests of Discords pissed at you. Is there only one? There's only one priest of Discord, right? He's like the same guy in every town. It's like 007. We won't go upstairs. We'll leave him alone. Let's go look around. Do. What kind of trouble can we get into here? We got a half elf here. He's apprehensive. We got that guard. Let's kill that guy. What are you doing walking on rooftops, bro? Oh yeah, don't do that. We got Furtog Ogre Bane. And Hogunk. Let's kill this guy though. Hello. Kindor. Probably end up dying to a GM by accident. No faction hits, says Groldeck. Groldeck also says Secrets is the best kind of admin, realizes people play games to have fun, so gets in the fun sometimes herself. Yeah. Oh shit, we got another one. Hell, if you like, I have a feeling EQL will be a little less loosey-goosey. Greenwood Forest says, I mean, if anyone should understand violence, it's someone who preaches and loves Discord. He's been asking to be attacked when you think about it. Why is the half-elf looking at me now? Or is he a wood elf? He's a wood elf. What am I talking about? Mudblood. Oops, well. What are you, now you're spinning in circles, bro? What are you doing? Dark foam. Ooh. Stout. Get it? Alright, let's see. It's kind of scary. Oh, shit! Well, he's indifferent to me. What the hell? What's up, bro? Good day, Rexar. It's good to see me here, really. I'm not gonna read that Dwarven speech. Must be searching for a hero, worry of having the eyes upon the gods themselves. I don't even know what quest that is. He's dubious too. Why y'all dubious? Oh shit. The home slash right there. Bar brawler. Nice. Go turn in some CB belts. To Bino. He's dubious too. We could turn in belts or what? Step forth, young Rexar. I heard you have come of age. Ugh. Gross, bro. Alright, let's go. We'll go the other way. Damn, you could just waltz in here, kill your way in here, and turn in bags full of belts. Check the guards. Sorry, I got behind. Groldex says you might want to check the guards by King Room. I think they're a bit higher, but they come in twos. That's fine. Where's that? In here? Or is that in the next next zone over? Man, I'm gonna die. Well, there's this guy. Homer. Dude, why don't these guys want to aggro? That's kind of crazy that they don't want any smoke. We're getting a whopping 8% an hour. Killing it. Conquer the continent. Just go and steamroll all the guards in all the towns. What's up, Bano? That's not the belt turning guy anyways. The belt turning guy is you. He's still dubious though. Alright. Dude, there's gonna be like a GM in one of these rooms that's just gonna flatline me. I don't know my way around here. Oh shit. Dude, why are they all dubious? What did I do? There's no way. Is this real? Are they not mad at me? Have I earned faction to where these guys actually don't hate me and I'm walking around tippy-toeing like they hate me? What would I have done as an ogre to get my faction straight with these guys? I don't think so. Let me see. Oh shit. I'm welcome here. I'm over here just destroying my faction for no reason. Don't pull the king, he summons 2 ads. Same as him, hit pretty hard. Dude, why do dwarves like me? What could I have done to make dwarves like... Kill giants? Does that affect your Kaladim? Like raiding in Velius or something? I mean, they're different dwarves. I wouldn't imagine. Oh, this guy doesn't like me. Well, sorry, bro. I guess I could zone out, but I'll probably just kill you. Quick, before the guard sees us. Ah, shit. Wait, so this side of town doesn't like me, but the other side of town likes me. Is that what's happening? Well, this has been interesting. Maybe I've dropped my faction enough now to where nobody's gonna like me anymore. Give me that. Let's see. Yeah, they're scowling over here. Oh, the illusion. True. True. Apparently dwarves like elementals. Yeah, from the depths of the earth. They made friends with them while they're down there stealing the earth's jewels and ore. Dirty little thieves. Okay. That makes sense. Unlike Shadowhaven, they like elementals. Shadowhaven hates anything if you're not like a playable race. True. Wow. So that's interesting, man. I could just go like farm up a bunch of... I wonder how many towns that works for. I could just walk around any town in fire elemental form. That's kind of crazy. Oh shit. We got GMs right here for sure though. Dang. Well, okay. They want to play that game? We'll play that game. Oh, shit. He is still scowling. Maybe it worked, but I've killed enough now to where it's not working anymore. Or maybe he's just a rogue GM or some shit that doesn't like me. I lost my chance to turn in belts. Whatever will we do? Yeah. The bank there. Well, let's see now. Let's go back over here. The rogue GM might just... Here, let's try this guy. He's scowling. Move! Alright, well, my bear kills you. Man, this sucks. This is like the longest cast of all time, but... This is the last one. We'll stay in this zone. And we'll see if I ruined my faction enough to where they still don't like me as a fire elemental. Yukator says, have to say, bear form for a shaman is a bit rough. Runs weird, huge model. So look hard to look past, yeah. Shrink is your friend for sure, but even then... Alright, we're back at the front. They still haven't respawned yet, these guards. It's like the longest spawn. Let's see, do you hate me? Yeah, so, okay, so I did it. So at first they were cool with me, but now I've killed enough to where they don't like me anymore. Alright, good to know. So if you haven't really been farming dwarves, the fire elemental illusion, or probably some other illusions, will get you out of trouble. Interesting. See, even these guards, like the ones in the front right here, these guys would wreck me. I mean, sure, we'd manage to kill them, but it would just take a shitload out of me. So let's go one more time over here. We'll clear all this shit out, and then, I don't know, find something to do. This is a 3-pull. I think the one inside is actually dark blue. Let's find out. Alright, one more fire elemental. Maybe we'll shoot over to Elf Town, look around there, find some dark blues and kill them. I know the Wood Elves have some dark blue guards still, I believe. That could be troublesome. And we could check out High Elves, even though it'll be a pain in the ass just to go slaughter them real quick. Let's buff the pet. It's something we haven't done in a while. And man, I probably don't want to kill High Elves because, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Because there's a High Elf here that allows me to sell to him. Okay. Well. Let's see. This guy's kind of tough. Alright. Can we? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. See, Bear? I told you you're dumb. Why are you fighting that guy? Oh, man. Alright, let's kill this guy. See if we can get a Paragon off. No big deal. Just kind of, you know, the ogre life. Let's kill Guard Norin. Girldex, the Sea Furies are probably light blue green at 62. Yeah. Go over to Castle Mistmoore and get in some trouble. Just like, I don't know. Look around the castle. That'd be kind of cool. This dude's actually kind of beefy. Dirkus Battlemore. This guy might be like a super cop, like the ones in the front. He's pretty tough. Meech says, you still mess around with Pokemon? Think the bubble is due to pop anytime soon? I don't think so. Because the 30th anniversary is coming up, / now. Like it's in the middle of it. Probably, maybe at the end of the year, it'll slow down. It always does at the end of the year. So, it depends on what you mean by soon. I'm thinking the end of the year, it'll slow down, and then it'll probably recover again at the beginning of next year. But the end of the year, as in like, I don't know, October, November, December-ish. If you spend a lot of time in KC, you may be able to just walk through Mistmoore. Oh, really? Those are opposing factions? I have never been to KC on this guy. That's not true. I did go to KC, but I never really went to KC. I went in there, killed like 2 mobs, and then there was a shitload of people in there. Every time I'd go there, there'd be a ton of people in there. Which is good, but they're not like, I don't know. You know how KC is. It's kind of weird. People are like soloing and stuff. My kid's a senior and sophomore in high school. Just started Pokemon Go again randomly. Hadn't done it in many years. Pokemon Go is pretty fun, just to get you out of the house, you know? Can you believe, like, I think it's 10 years old now. That's wild. It's crazy that the game's been out for 10 years. But that was a pretty cool game. Just get out of the house. Let me, let's get some heals going. I haven't played that game, with that being said, I haven't played that game in like 10 years though either. I actually got banned on it. I was playing for a while and everything was fun and everything. And then I had caught a bunch of shit. I was playing with some of my friends in real life. It was actually getting people to go out to the park and stuff. And then there was like local like Reddits, like Reddit subreddits and stuff. And people would be like, oh, the park in Irvine has like a town around here, or a city, has these certain, you know, spawns over here, so come over here and you can catch these, or you have a chance to. So people actually get in their cars and like drive a couple towns over to try to catch certain things. But I used a spoofer, a location spoofer, because there was like something you could only get in like Europe and something you could only get in Australia. And I was like, fuck that. I used a Android emulator on my computer and I spoofed my location and I grabbed shit from other continents and they banned me. Yukatora says it's neat when you can do it when you do it on a trip. You can see where you caught something and when. So they have stuff from Texas, Arkansas, and stuff. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's newer. I don't think that was a thing when I was playing. Girldeck says I was working Alaska Fish Camp when Pokemon Go came out. I flew up to work and hadn't heard of the game. Came back and it's crazy seeing people walking around catching. Yeah, wasn't that a crazy like little phenomena though? Is like people, you would walk around and you would spot them and you'd be like, that guy's playing Pokemon Go. Just because they're like standing around looking at their phone, you just knew it. You're just like, that guy's playing. That was pretty funny. Or every time I was in a car, it's like, pull out your phone, and if you drive by a, what is it called? Like a Poke Center or whatever, you can like get your Pokeballs or whatever. Fuck. Was such a crazy shift in public behavior in about 3-month change. It really was. That was pretty wild. There wasn't a lot of like augmented reality games at the time either. It was kind of like just coming into the space at the time, and they were kind of pushing the boundaries there for a minute. That was pretty cool. They still find people playing, do raids, etc. Yeah, I think a lot of people still do play. And a lot of people who weren't born yet, or were just born, are probably 10 years old and they're playing now too, you know? Or they were like 5 then and now they're 15, so they're playing, that kind of stuff. I guess that's one of your kids, sophomore? 14? 13? 15? Meech says that summer was a lot of fun. He used to go bar crawling and pogo with the homies. Bar crawling and pogo with the homies, for sure, though. Yukator says we are hitting Cali later this year. I'm sure we'll be doing that as we see some sights. Hell yeah, dude. Is this guy killing the guards as well? Or did I kill the guards because I got trained by that goblin? I probably killed the guards, huh? Turning 16 next month. Yeah. Those are the days. All right, so... All right, let's take a trip, shall we? Let's take a trip. Let's, since we're taking a trip, bust out the old sew. Oh shit, Kazarak? Oh, there he is. What's up, Classic? KC was insane, did a lot of grouping there in P99 on Kazarax. Yeah, KC is the spot on P99, right? Need to dust off the old Shami on Quarm. I went hard on Pokemon Go when it came out. Dude, it was actually fun. Like, even, like, I have a sister who's, like, 10 years older than me. And I'm already old. We're already old, right? and even she was like, hey, let's go to the park. And it's just an excuse to exercise, you know? That's how I am. I need to gamify everything. So I played a lot of basketball in my time. And that used to be where I got all of my exercise, was playing basketball. And that made sense for me because you don't think about exercising. If I'm just running down the street, I'm just thinking about, like, what am I doing? I'm just running down the fucking street. This sucks. Like, I'm bored. I want to go play EverQuest or whatever, you know? But when I'm playing basketball, I'm not thinking about exercise. I'm thinking about, I need to win. I need to make a shot. I need to block this guy's shot, whatever it is. I'm just thinking of everything except, hey, I'm exercising right now. And for me, that's what I need to get exercise in, because, like, going to the gym, and, like, Kaz, I know you go to the gym and stuff, and people who go to the gym, like, it takes a lot of willpower and just, like, mental fortitude to just get your ass in the gym, and I don't got it in me. Like, I've had gym spurts, you know, but I just don't have it in me. I need to gamify it. Only run when being chased, says Xenolith. True. All right, so let's go over here. Let's find some trouble to get into. Yukator says, all my exercise is hiking, coaching soccer, kayak fishing. Not much else. I should do more. Outdoorsman, dude. I know you were fishing the other couple weeks ago. I used to fish with my dad sometimes, but I was young back when we do it. I was young, so I didn't like it because it was like, we're never catching anything. Are we gonna catch something? But, you know, when you're young, you don't have patience or even understand half the shit that's going on. Kazarak says, I loved to battle other trainers for the gyms. Yeah, that was cool. And he said we liked sitting at the park a lot and some random church. Yeah, wasn't it crazy? Just like the random spots that would be a stop. You just never knew. Amiably. What's up, dude? What's up, bro? Core flunk. Xenolith says, I like how you have audible footsteps as a floating elemental. Oh, that's true. I hear it. Well, then it would be called catching and not fishing. True. That's Xenolith dropping knowledge after knowledge. Yukator says, I try. The weather here has been wild so far for the spring. It's actually been cold here the last few days. It was like hot as fuck, and then we're just having like a little cold spell or whatever. And by cold, I mean it's probably like, I don't know, 60 something. Like, it doesn't get that cold. It's probably like 65 or some shit. Yukator says, I know people listen to music set are all fishing. I like the quiet and not think. Yeah, what? People do that? You're gonna scare away the fish. Sounds like some shit my dad would say. All right, let's go check out Wood Elf Town. Kill some Wood Elves. Cool down a bit in Arizona as well. Oh, okay. Maybe we're getting like a Western something. Pixie Trickster. $15 raining over here. MDPA currently. 50 and raining. We got a little rain overnight. Not last night, but the night before. So about 36 hours ago, we got a little rain. But I went to bed. It was dry. I woke up. It was wet. So it happened overnight sometime. Right, so these are going to be super cops, right? Dubious, though. Did we turn in enough muffins? Are we going to ruin our muffin faction? Let's see. We're just... This is a ruin my faction stream. See ya, bear. Let's see. What did I do? You know how many sisters I've killed? What did I do to gain these guys' trust? Is this a GM just casually standing here? I went to sleep, my bed was dry, woke up wet. Nick Banger. Kazarek says, the last few days, it's been like 88 to 90. It'll get to 75 on some days, just go up and down. Ugator says, man, spent some time in New Mexico and Arizona last. I'd love that, but a creek or a lake or something. I don't know why I can't read. All right. Why am I tempting fate, dude? Somebody's gonna hate me. It's gonna be a GM, and they're gonna clap these cheeks. Who's this? I want to see your name. All right. Well, this place sucks. This place is boring. Let's move on. To get crushed under that. I bet you we still get fucked on in Mistmoore somehow. Like greens will be like doing some damage to us. I don't know what to do. Let's just go. I don't know. My plan was spoiled. I thought there'd be more dark blue dwarves. Screwed that up. Poor planning. Get those snooty high elves. We could take a look at them. Get annoyed by how much they heal. Be unable to vendor at the other high elf and then call it. The reality of it, dudes, is that before we know it, Planes of Power will be out. Planes of Power will be out, and nothing matters anymore. So it is what it is. Factions don't matter. You'll just be hanging out in Plane of Knowledge. All your spells will be there. Multiple banks. All the trade skill stuff. Poured around with stones. Which won't matter if you're level 60. You're not going anywhere. 65. One place I'd like to visit is Utah. There's a bunch of photos I've seen. Hey, you know what, Kazarax? I moved to Utah for like a year and a half once. Dubious. What's up, bros? It's High Moon. Moved there, moved to southern Utah, so like an hour from Vegas. If you go I'm like 4 hours from Vegas. And then if I just go through Vegas for like an hour, you can get to the tip of Utah. And I lived there in a place called St. George. That place was wild. This is a long time ago. This is 20 years ago. And that place was nutty. Light blues. That place was crazy because it was like alcohol. Because, you know, I was like 21 at the time. So I was like prime drinking age. Alcohol was only 3.2%. So in order to sell alcohol in Utah, at least at the time, you had to have a brewery within Utah. You weren't allowed to import beer and stuff unless you sold it at the state liquor store. And I'm sure there's other places in the country that have these. It wasn't a dry county. You could sell alcohol, but it was like somewhere in the middle. So there was a state liquor store, which there was like one per county. So maybe it's not in your city, but it's in the next city over. You could drive there and you can buy normal imported 5% Budweiser, 5% Bud Light or whatever. But they taxed the shit out of it. And then you could buy hard alcohol there. Outside of that, you couldn't buy hard alcohol anywhere. So you're not allowed to buy hard alcohol. Like, you know, for me, I can go to the grocery store. I can go to the corner store. I can go to the pharmacy. You can go to fucking CVS, Walgreens. You can buy hard alcohol, beer, whatever, right? But there you couldn't do anything like that. And there wasn't like bars either. You had to be like a restaurant that serves alcohol. But there wasn't like straight up, this is a bar. You walk in, it's a bar. You know, they just didn't have them in South County, like the South County. Mormon country. Yeah. You know what's funny about that is I know a lot about that, actually, because I have a lot of family that's Mormon. But the crazy thing is the polygamists and stuff, because you saw them out and about living the polygamy life. That stuff was crazy. Not Mormon exactly, but polygamists more specifically. That was interesting. Their state liquor store sucks, says Xenolith. Yeah. Kazarek says I would have suffered in my drinking days there. Yeah, I did. It sucks. And then, so the beers are 3.2%, right? So basically the idea is no matter how fast you crush these beers, like you're not getting drunk. Because even, imagine this, okay? Still Reserve. We all know Still Reserve. 8.1% or whatever, right? King Cobra, whatever, right? These high percentage malt liquors, they're 3.2% there. There's no way I'm drinking nasty ass Still Reserve if it's got 3.2% alcohol. Get out of here. Girldeck says he moved to Salt Lake City, Utah during a nasty drawn out divorce. My cousin put me up in a spare room. So after I lived in South County, I moved up to Salt Lake City for like half a year. Salt Lake City was kind of cool, I'm not going to lie. It reminded me a lot of California. It was a lot, that county, Salt Lake City County, or whatever county it is, it was a lot better. Vegas was okay, Nevada was pretty cool, Death Valley Regional National Park was awesome. Yeah, I go to Vegas like every year or so, because like I said, it's only a 4-hour drive, and it has been my entire life, so. We go to Vegas all the time. It's just like a weekend thing. You don't have to make a trip out of it or anything when you live this close. Meech says, I used to bartend at a veterans club, and the old dudes used to talk about being young in like the 60s and 70s and how they could drink 3.2% beer at 18, but regular beer was 21. That's interesting. I didn't know that. And then even this, I'll add this. When I lived in Utah for that year and a half, this was in like 2007-ish, like 2007 is when I lived there for that year and a half. Even back then you had to be 20, what was it? Oh, you had to be 19 to buy cigarettes. Most places it's like 18, right? I think it's changed nowadays. You fast forward and I think it is changed now. Even in California, I think you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes or something. But back then it was like pretty much 18 was the standard, but in Utah you had to be 19. So moving there, I picked up a quick job, and my job sold cigarettes, and I had to get used to that. Ukitor in Pennsylvania, it is a township. It is all township based, so not county. One spot you can buy right down the road can't. Interesting. Kazarek says, IPAs were my jam. I'll tell you a funny, here's a speaking of polygamy, polygamists and stuff like that, and beer and all of that, there was a beer in Utah. It's like a Utah branded beer. Hilarious. And this is, you know, like I said, in 2007, it was called Polygamy Porter. So good name, catchy name. But their catchphrase was, why just have one? Polygamy Porter, why just have one? It's fucking great, dude. That was marketing. That was hilarious. Xenolith says, the biannual beer I get, Sam Adams Utopias, is illegal in Utah. Oh yeah, is it just because I mean, anything that's not brewed there is illegal there, right? So I don't know if that's what you mean, or if like it's actually, or it's just too high of a percent. Is that what you're saying? Groldick says, when I worked in beer distribution, we called Still Reserve hobo juice. Yeah, you're not wrong, dude. You know, we used to be able to get tall can when we were kids, like we were just turning 21, or like there was a guy at a mobile gas station that would sell us beer when we were 18. We used to get tall cans for like 99 cents or whatever. It's crazy. 40s for like $1.50. Those are the days, huh? Yukatur says, shoot, I remember my dad sending me to buy cigs when I was 8 or something. Times have changed. Yeah, you would just tell them like, my dad's in the car, or they knew you and they'd be like, oh, these are for my dad, obviously. And it was just like a trust thing. Yeah, isn't it crazy? Now they scan your fucking ID. In California, they swipe your ID. I know not. That was a crazy thing for me to learn too, is like not everybody's IDs are like the same from state to state. And so California's always had like a pretty high-tech driver's license or a state ID. But some states, like, you know, it's like a laminated piece of fucking paper or some shit. Obviously not now, but like back in the day, there was like huge differences. Nick Banger says, I feel like I don't see anyone smoke anymore. Yeah, dude, I've been talking about that. I hated the days where there was smoking sections in restaurants. Yeah, like a bunch of my friends still smoke cigarettes, so it's hard to say that. But yeah, like I don't see anybody smoke at all anymore. Like at my work, there's one person who smokes cigarettes, and I work with a ton of people. You know, there's a few people who vape. Everybody like fucking vapes now, but it's crazy how yeah, even when you go to Vegas, you know, as a child going to Vegas all the time, I remember just fucking smoke-filled casinos and blah 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 blah. It's just not like that anymore, which is, I guess it's a good thing because, you know, cancer and all that, but it's just crazy how time has changed so much. Ballsy says, you killing high elves or just yapping? I'm just yapping. Where's Slayheim's commenter? Just play the game, dude, or whatever it is. I'm trying to catch up with chat and I can't, so I haven't moved on in the game. Xenolith says, I swear that's still there. The cigarettes? Or Kazarek says, oh well. Meech says, how many wives you got, Classic? 0. I can't afford one, let alone a crew of them. That show Big Love with Bill Paxton, that was a pretty good show though, where they had 3 houses next to each other to hide their polygamy. They owned 3 houses on like a block, and then the backyards were all connected so they can go like through the houses, and the dude had 3 wives and they were hiding it. You have to be a baller, you know, for that shit. Xenolith says, it's the percentage of alcohol. Okay, yeah. G-Trooper says, Utah in the Midwest is like living in the goddamn moon. I can't stand traveling through that state. Even still today. Yukator says, you think, you know, things are catching up slowly. Yukator says, I'm the middle-aged guy who yells at 20-somethings vaping at the baseball game. Groldick says, LOL, back in 2006, I went to Hawaii. I tried to buy booze, and they wouldn't believe my Montana ID was real. They're like, what is this trash? Yeah, exactly. So you know what I mean. Some IDs just look fake, like McLovin. But, yeah, some IDs, to me, just looked fake. And, you know, this is 20 years ago. I don't know how many IDs I've seen lately. I haven't traveled too much lately. I don't think I'm killing high elves, man. They're all light blues here, too. Twats. I mean, at level 60, that's the norm, right? The guards inside cities are like lower. So I guess you can farm them for money and stuff. Farm them for their swords. How do we get up on the ramparts? Should bring another character here and farm the ramparts. How do we get up on there? I'm too fucking big. That's for starters. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Ah. It's a GM. Get him, warder. Shit, don't kill my warder, though. Should have been a, fire illusion or whatever. Back in 2006 or so, I went to Hawaii and tried to buy bows, and they wouldn't believe. Oh, I already read that. My bad. I don't know. This place sucks. This place sucks. Let's go to Mistmoore. Let's kill some stuff. Failed stream. What time is it? I still have a little bit of time. I guess we could pivot. We're by the spires. We got 4 AA points. What are we looking at? Oh, we need 6 for the last stability. Could have gotten that today. Fucked up. We can port over and kill some scowns and archers. We could be there in like 10 minutes. And bro, he came running at you. It was fight on site. He was like, "You talking shit on my Utah, bro?" It looks like he's from Utah. Shit. I haven't played the last couple M&M betas. What's the status? Nick, it's in perpetual beta now. So it's a open, or well, it's a closed beta, but you got to sign up, and it's just beta. I guess you mean those little beta tests that they do open beta tests here and there. They've done one since like the closed beta, perpetual closed beta started. But if you sign up, you can get in. They're letting in like 500 people into PvE and 500 people into PvP. Plus you get a friend's key. If you sign up on the Discord, but it's just open. Like there's level 60s now already, you know, because it's just, you can just log in and play whenever you want as long as you get in. And the EA release date got pushed back. It's now October 1st, the same day that pop drops. So we're gonna have to figure that out. And by we, I mean secrets. So some theories are, I like the theory that came up in the last stream, which was like, you know, maybe they'll do pre-patch, and then you could at least get your leveling part out of the way. Yeah, I just meant the open beta weekends. Yeah, my bad. I don't know if there's another one in the schedule, because we just had the one, but I'm sure they'll do more. I think they said they'll do more. They just haven't announced when. Oh, maybe they did. Apparently next. Oh yeah, that's right. Girldex is on June 1st. That's right. It's when the original EA was supposed to start. They're doing an open beta weekend. There you go. Subject to change. Oh, that's right. And along with that beta, they're supposed to do the class changes, right? So they just released a bunch of class changes that are up and coming, and not really class changes, but more or less class directions, like the direction they're going to be changing classes. They released that, and there's a PvP version. I can't go in there, but there's the book. So yeah, they kind of like let us know what they're gonna do. There's a bunch of videos out on it now. I'm not gonna start naming people because I'm gonna leave somebody out, but there's a bunch of videos out on YouTube right now where you can see some of the changes. If you don't want to read it yourself, you just want to listen. When's the changes will start? Yeah. Is that when the change? Yeah, I remember that being said somewhere. Yeah, I think so. I think Sean said that. Hoping they start soonish as changes are made. I mean, they might just be slow rolling them out. But I think I remember Sean saying that they want them. So maybe what he said was they'll be pushing them out between now and then the people who aren't in the closed beta, who want to try the open beta in June 1st, they should all be in by then. But at the same time, you know, it's an ever moving thing, so it's not the end all be all or anything. Wow. So the aggro range on these mofos is going to be huge. Let's go in the castle and take a look. Let's go in the back door. Yukator says, I can't wait for my Deep Gnome Beast. Can't wait for my Deep Gnome Necro. I actually think Necros are probably going to get better, so I'm happy with that. What? No, whatever, fuck it. Okay. Where'd the fucking door go? Oh. This is how you die. You come in here at like appropriate level and you just get gangbanged by shit through doors. Kazrex says, gotta get back to work. Good rest of the stream. Thanks, dude. Have a good day at work. It was good grouping last night. That was fun on M&M. See you next time. I didn't record any of the last night. I know you guys did and you put it up, but I did not. I failed. I gotta shrink my bear, but I just keep aggroing shit. Okay. God damn it. G Trooper says, I joined Quarm the other day just because of your videos. Last I played on P99. Quarm and Zill and EQ Nag is amazing. Leveling so fast I could barely afford spells on the Necro. It's a nice change compared to P99. Hell yeah, dude. Love to hear it. Yeah, it's a bit fast these days. It used to be closer to P99 when the server first came out. A lot has changed. You got potions. You got some potions you start out with now. And some of the XP rates have changed. Luckland's out now, and Luckland made XP kind of crazy. But, yeah, dude. I got a Necro series. You can see I made a lot of money in different spots. What level are you? You're leveling too fast to make money. Yeah, there's a couple of spots you can stop and level. Like if you're between 25 and 35, I'd kill Sisters, and you can make a ton of money. Way more money than you need for spells. With that being said, some of the spells that are like crafted, like the research spells, those are going to be tough. Probably just can't even find them, let alone afford them. Or, you know, sure you can afford them, but once we get a couple more levels on Monsters and Memories, we can do KB stuff, Sangrels for rings, etc. KB, what's KB? I don't got the lingo. Meech says, G-Trooper, the early levels are rough. That spell priced from 4 to... Yeah, if you're real low, yeah. But let us know what level you are. We can give you some ideas for money camps. Do we kill everybody? All right, let's go. Let's shrink ourselves. God damn it, got me again. Let's go check out the fucking hot tub. See if that troll's in there. See if the troll's in the hot tub area. Yugator says, Keeper's Bite. Oh, yeah. The zone next to Evershade with the 2 waterfalls near the boat docks. Yeah, for sure. That'll be cool. Zone looks super pretty. It's a pretty zone. Oh yeah, this room. Camped this room once. Oh wait, not this room. That hallway with more of these where they're up on top. Kind of elf area version of Sungreet Strand. Yeah, but it's not desert, right? So that's better. Gotta get out of the desert. Dude, this place is so tough to penetrate and crawl this place with like a group of appropriate levels. You just get chain fucking ads and stuff. Oh, here's the hot tub. No troll. We have the placeholder. Get the, I think there's a couple of different things you can do here, but you got like the Paladin epic quest in here. Do these pets don't want any or what? See, look at this. It's so crazy. You just walk behind a wall and you aggro 7 things and 2 pets or whatever, dude. This place, dude. This place gives you nightmares. I mean, we were watching, I almost called him Rexall, or Rexar, my own name. Razman, we watched Razman in here on his pally. He was doing pretty good for soloing on his pally. Now, naturally, he's got useful tools for it and everything, but it doesn't matter, dude. This place is a shit show. Yeah, just level ranges 10 to 35-ish. We're just gonna loot all their crap. Another one? Dude, they just keep coming. Look at all this crap. We're just looting dog shit crap. What are those? Black silk gloves. 3 decks. Dude, that's a badass picture. Jesus, dude. Yeah, Razman was being so careful and just kept getting those trains on himself. There's nothing you can do. It's so insane. This place is insane. And most groups never even come in, right? You go to the top, you go to the front door, and you set up camp outside the front door, and then you just have a polar constantly training your group. You need an enchanter, because the polar goes in there to try to pull one thing, comes out with 7 fucking things every time. This zone is just crazy. So it's nice to get in here and just like look around when it doesn't matter. But like I said, they still kind of rough you up. Like, my health is going down. Not that we're ever in danger, but even at level 60 with like raid gear, it's still a thing. That's EverQuest for you though. That's what's cool about EverQuest is it's not like WoW in that sense, where like a game like WoW, you know, you don't even need raid gear. Like once you're level 60 with like any gear, greens or something, you can just not ever get touched again by lower level mobs. So it's kind of cool. That EverQuest, you're never really like fully out of danger. You AFK in the wrong spot, some green's gonna kill you eventually. And those are all those things that he was trying to loot, I think. An advisor. Advise this, biatch. This guy seems like an undercon, for sure. Why is he not dying faster? Girldex says, exactly why I've never experienced the castle. It's always just castle entrance. Yeah. I did get a group in here once. One time, myself, the mage, and another real-life friend, we penetrated the castle, and we got into a hallway. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus. We got into a hallway that we'll eventually come upon, where it's just a hallway full of gargoyles, and I mean full. They're like up at the top, and there's like 2 at each end. And we just camped in that little hallway. You're right next to like the ballroom or whatever with the piano. And we were able to like just carve out a little area right there and just farm gargoyles in their eyes and stuff. But it was rough. It was still tough. And we were like a little higher level. They were still dark blue though. What do we get here? Advisor's robe. Oh, hell yeah. That's not bad for like a newbie, a new character. We're gonna take that. I have no idea where I am. All right. I don't even know my way around here because you just can't go in here freely very often. Unless you come back on a character like this. Groldick says, I love an advisor robe graphic back in the day. I'd wear it just for the fashion, even if I had a better robe. I can't wear it though, huh? I can't look at what it looks like. No, it's not a monk robe. That room with the gargoyles is a core memory. Remember my brother farming area on a compact Presario. Now that's a memory. Compact Presario. Is this the room that Raz was in? No, huh? I don't think so. Looks a little similar. Keeper's Bite. Yeah. Can't wait to go do that. I want to play Monsters and Memories more. I have part of a video, or why am I slowing? When we were in the little spider cavern, so I need to put that out. I was gonna add to it with yesterday's group, and then put them together and put it out, and then I just didn't record yesterday. Big time failure. But I do wanna play more Monsters and Memories and get some more groups out. I think if I want to do the Discord thing, I think I gotta wear headphones. And not, my issue with Discord and recording like what'd I say? OBS maybe? And then recording Discord sound is like, I've been using Bluetooth earbuds, and then the sound doesn't want to work with Bluetooth earbuds. Like I hear it, but it won't pick it up on the recording. But I think if I use my wired, you know, USB headphones, then there's no issue. I think, or maybe I'm just being lazy. Greenwood says, all right, period 2 over. Grade 8s, enjoy some red hot chili peppers while working. I was kindly today. Not bad, not bad. Dude. Everybody has a pet gargoyle in this bitch. Yukator says, could you hear my family chatting in the background last night? Yeah, a little bit, but like barely. Obviously, it's only when you push the talk or whatever, but it's like far in the background, so you don't, you know, you don't really hear them. You just know somebody's there or whatever, but it wasn't like disturbing or anything. Uh-oh. What was that? Oh. Jockstrap. We got Marshall Jockstrap in here. So we got another level 60 in here. Wonder what he's doing. Same thing. Chilling. Got to get a set of Sennheisers and some pink blue LEDs to complete that pro streamer look. Sennheisers are headphones? I don't even know. Hey, Kirk. Is Kirk Cowgill in here? He is. What's up, Kirk? Hey, Classic. Hey, Team. I guess let's take a... Oh, we got respawns. Take a look at the map here. Where are we? Yeah, we should be in the... Maybe we're on a different level, but we should be, like, around the ballroom or whatever it is. Let's try to find it. Place is such a mess. It's probably behind some false wall or something. Gotta love Rasmus's kids ham it up in the background of his streams. Yeah, you know kids. They're playing up for the camera. Back into the spa room. Doing some VR or whatever. A soul seductress getting me in the spa. Yukator says, yeah, I think Raz's setup is similar to mine. Just a computer in the living room. So I went to a chiropractor slash... Oh, what was that? I thought she saw ass in her name. Look at a dark-ass librarian corpse. Anybody see that? Illegible scroll. What is that? Some sort of quest. I think they shortened like assistant or something. So yeah, in the last stream, I was complaining that I couldn't sit for very long because I was having like sciatica or something. But I went to a chiropractor on Monday who did like, for the first time ever, I got acupuncture because I was just like, I don't, you know, that's me. I'm just like, they'll just be like, have you ever done this? And I'll be like, no, but I'm down to check it out. You know, that's my attitude almost always. So then it was funny because like doctors are, you know, professional. They do this every day, all day. So she's like, lie down on the bed and turn left. We're gonna get clipped by wreck it again, but she's like, lie down on the left, on your left side. So I did, and then she just like ripped my pants down, exposed my booty cheeks. And then, you know, for her, she's like, it's just another patient, another day. I do this all day, every day. For me, I'm just like, oh shit, my ass cracked. And then I didn't say anything though. I kept my cool or whatever. And then she jabbed me in the lower back with a bunch of needles and like in my upper ass cheeks. Is this the way we went? Am I just walking in circles? Oh my god. So much shit. Oh, is that a corpse? I think the warrior came through here. And then she left me there she hooked up the needles to like some sort of electric pulsing thing. That sends like electric waves or something. And so like it's like making your like back muscles like contract and stuff, or your nerves and all that. And so I sat there with that for like an hour, and then after that hour, oh dude, here's a casket. That's cool. I don't know if I've noticed that. We're following the warrior. Where's he going? He's going into the depths. Oh my god. How deep is this? Is this back out? Oh shit. We went back out. Maybe I should just go through the front door. Cause I don't know my way through this castle, man. Okay, we keep going that way. Any hoozle. After the electric acupuncture thing, she did some chiropractic stuff, cracked me all up, all good. That was great. And yeah, we're feeling good. We're feeling pretty good. Sitting isn't bothering me too much anymore, although I should keep it in check. Oh man, maybe this is where Razman was. In this room? Nah, there was like a hallway in front. Bro, I just... More gargoyles. Okay, here we go. Ooh, a window. A glass window. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Meech says, I had electric muscle therapy before, but it wasn't with the little sticky pads instead of the needle. Oh, it was with the sticky pads instead of the needles. Regardless, it felt pretty dang good. Yeah, my dad used to do that, like, when I was a kid. He had, like, tennis elbow. And he had, like, a little electric thing he would wrap around, and then it had, like, batteries or whatever, and it would just pulse, and it would give some sort of relief. The worst thing is that it was like, I went straight from work to the place, and it was like deeper into LA. And I got to drive out of LA to go home. So I drive into LA to like work, and then this was like deeper into LA. Anyways, long story short. So then, you know, I have a pretty early schedule, so I get to avoid a lot of like the horrendous traffic. But I got fucked because I went from work deeper into LA, spent like an hour and a half, well, 30 minutes to get there, spent like an hour and a half there, and then it took me like 2 hours to get home. That fucking sucked. What is the little outside area? I don't even think I've ever been here, dude. This is cool. Dude, these guys are fucking me up. What level are these guys? Yukator says, not looking forward to LA traffic or San Francisco either. Hate driving in cities. San Francisco, man, look, I live in LA area. San Francisco, I'll tell you, San Francisco sucks, dude. I mean, driving there, because like, at least with LA, it's like, you're not running into like one-way streets. That was one thing about Salt Lake City as well, is there was like a bunch of one-way streets and shit. And when you're just moving there, or you're not really from there, dude, that can cause some anxiety, man. You turn down the fucking street the wrong way. You gotta pay attention to, like, you know, can't have distractions, kids in the car, whatever. Anyways. Yeah, so, like, you know, it's pretty grid based, but in San Francisco, you're going up hills, down hills, twisty stuff, one-way streets. There's like way more tourists there, I feel like, than in LA, even though LA is like a touristy place. San Francisco is like a touristy place. Kirk says, oh, you're in Southern California? Yeah. Born and raised. Girlduck says, that's hilarious. You go get pain relief, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna stab you and electrocute you real quick. Yeah. Right? Girlduck says, my girlfriend used to be a massage therapist before she got into childcare, so I get some pretty good massages when I get them. Oh, hell yeah, dude. There's a funny there's a Seinfeld episode about everything, but there's a funny Seinfeld episode about that too, where Jerry's dating like a massage therapist, and he keeps trying to get a massage from her, and she just doesn't want to give him one, because it's like her job. Shit's funny. Dude, what a wild room. This would be a cool camp for a group. Somehow penetrate into here. Where am I anyways? On the map. We're over here. So we're kind of, oh, yeah. So here's the entrance, or here's like the normal camp. And you're on the side there, that's right. Yeah, I remember that. But just hanging out in here, like as a group, be pretty cool. Bunch of boozer. See what this little hallway goes to. Yeah, I try not to abuse it and return the favor. Yeah, she's like, dude, your massages suck. She's all expecting like professional massage. Oh, even another little side camp. We have a cloaked Dompry? Whatever the fuck. This is a named, right? And then he dropped something. I'm pretty sure this guy dropped something. Dude, hard to get to this guy. He's deep in here. Up a button around a corner, for sure. Little fountain, pretty cool. See what he got. What do you got? Blood of the Dampry. Extended regeneration, 1 charge. Increases hit points by 2. It's tradable. It's probably something you could overcharge people for on the bazaar. Somebody will probably buy that for like 500 plat or something stupid. I mean, that at like level 1 or something would be pretty nutty, I guess. But, I mean, you probably have a fungi tunic. What does it really do? I don't know. People like to sweat, though. So this isn't even the room. This room has like a piano in it, but this isn't even the room with like the bards and shit. Dampire? Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I should stop and read it and see where the letters are. Dante. Okay. Oh, is this it? Oh, here we go. All right. We're in the gypsy room. We've made it. All right, we're almost done. We're almost done exploring. Because that room that I was talking about is like right here. It's right off of this room. And there's like another named in a corner over here. We're gonna aggro a ton of shit. A werewolf. Well, in reality, I just wanted to stream and chat with you guys while you're all working. Dwarfs didn't work out, not enough blues. Long ass respawns. Oh well. They got a thumbnail out of it. Congrats to them. I was trying to think, because like for the streams I've been doing thumbnails like based off of TV shows and movies. And I was like looking for like movies or TV shows that have like multiple dwarves, not just like one. Because obviously, you know, you got like Tyrion and Game of Thrones and other stuff. Kirk, you're not working? That's good. Me either. But there's not many options of TV shows or movies with a bunch of dwarves. Snow White's like one of the only ones that has like a gang of dwarves. And then I thought it was funny that Rexar wears like a purple dress anyways, right? My character wears like a purple dress anyway, so I was like, all right, this will do. Gypsy dancer. Get a loot of the gypsy princess? Who's been on the server since like day one? Y'all remember they changed the name, a loot of the gypsy princess, for like a week or a month? You guys remember that? Greenwood Forest says wood burning would have some blues for you? Can't OT hammer it. Would burning wood have some blues for you? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. There's a bunch of places. I don't have OT hammer though. Oh, we did get one. Gypsy loot. Wait, what? Oh, is that no drop? Isn't there a non-no drop one or something? Is that loot of the gypsy princess or some bullshit? Or am I making shit up? I have like the OT hammer on other characters, but this character I kind of just got to 60 and jumped it straight into raiding, and I just didn't bother with like the small things here or there, and then I just never went back and got him. My guild was pretty good like a while ago. They were pretty good about... Oh, here's that room. So you got the 2 gargoyles up here, and then you got the 2 gargoyles up here, and then you got a couple pats that come through. And then you got all this shit. This was crazy, right? This was like, we had to stay away from that door. Because if you went near this door, you could pull all of this shit in here. Is that an enchanter? The fuck? Kill this one. Before they accidentally land a spell on me and kill my pet or something. Loot of the Werewolf Princess Bride, I think it's called. Ah. You know what's funny about that is like last night when we were playing on Monsters and Memories, we ran into a guy named Inigo. And so I dropped the line, "My name is Inigo Montoyo. You killed my father. Prepare to die." I wonder if he's going to get that last name when he gets high enough. Oh man, my pet has a few on him. I got a few on him. Me. Alright, pet. Oh, I'm stunned? Turn my back. That's what happened. Alright, who you killing, pet? I'll help you. Let's kill this one. Drop a heal on the pet. Oh, this is so this place. Even at level 60, you just pull entire rooms. What a wild place. This place was so scary back in the day. You guys remember that? Like back 1999, 2000. This place was so scary. Everywhere was so scary, but this place was impossibly scary. The werewolf in that movie is nice. Gotta love them special effects. Even their own special effects. When they like, you know, dress up Andre the Giant and they're trying to scare him. So they're doing like their, like the in-movie special effects. Gypsy Ambassador. Let's pull her. Dark Elf Noble. Let's just wipe this room out. Fuck. All right, let's see. Nothing. Geez, Mistmoore is rough. Watching them tear up your pet like that. It's crazy, man. Yeah, right? And people are supposed to be here in like their 30s, you know? So crazy. People make it happen, though. It's just tough to get inside. That's the only thing. My pet could probably use a rebuff, though, now we're talking about it. If only I had an apocalypse cloak. Inconceivable! Should make like a little gnome name Inconceivable with like the squire's crown. Hairdo. Alright, so there was like a name down this hallway if I remember. So we would, when we were all caught up with the gargoyles, we'd come over here. Jesus. Fucking the cooks or shadow knights just harm touching you. What the fuck? Triple harm touch. The tank just dies. He comes in here to pull and he just falls over. Sorry guys, I got triple harm touched. Can you drag my corpse? What y'all cooking? They're all elf parts. What do you think? He's only mostly dead. Oh yeah, fucking Billy Crystal in there too. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. I'm not even sure I want to be that anymore. Oh, such a classic. I always like the swamp, the little swamp scene as well. Dude, attacking an embassy is not cool. Diplomacy is hopeless now. Sure. Haven't you learned anything in spite of recent times? That's gonna... I just want this eye. I forget where the name spawned. I think it was in that room. Maybe it's this. I don't know what this room is. Alright, let's get out of here. We saw it. We conquered it. We out-leveled it. This room is aggroed on us. What's in there? Oh, shit. My bear just swiped him. What's going on in here? There's way more gargoyles in here than I thought. I never really, like, you know, went around opening every door. Didn't really realize that there's like a gargoyle in every room. Is that the cook area? Yeah. Okay. There it is. Let's get out of here. Here's a werewolf. Okay. Now we gotta get out of here. That's a whole nother thing. What's for dinner? Going grocery shopping? Hardest decision of my life. I've been making use of the, this month, Subway had the foot-long BOGO, buy one, get one. So anytime I didn't bring like lunch to work or something, I did the Subway BOGO. It just ended yesterday, but I made good use of that. I got several BOGO purchases in over the course of the month. And I did one yesterday, the last day of the deal, so I got one in my fridge right now. I'm about to chow down when I'm done here. It's crazy. We went, oh shit. I'm stuck. We went from $5 footlongs. A decade later, we're at buy one, get one free. $13 footlongs, $13.99 or whatever it is for 1 footlong. It's crazy. I remember my day, I bought a hamburger for a nickel. All right, how are we getting out of here? Oh, we're back to the outside, so we don't want to go that way. So let's go this way. All the gypsies are back up, and we really pissed these guys off. So now they're aggroing from even like farther away. Guitar says he's out. Have a good rest of the stream. Thanks, dude. I actually legit have to do a short one, not one of the fake short ones, like I always say. So we're almost done here. We're gonna get out of here and finish it up, really. I have a bunch of crap to do today. It's my only day off. And I work the next... Yeah, well, yeah, I think 7 days. I work the next 7 days, so... Try to do another stream in like 7 days. I don't know what it is. Maybe next Tuesday, is it? Maybe that's 6 days. How many days is that? But I'll try to have a better... maybe I'll stream Monsters and Memories on that day instead. Or maybe... God damn it, I'm lost! How do I get out of here? Or maybe we'll do EverQuest again. Girldex says, it feels like they also didn't gradually raise the price on those footlongs. It seems like they shot up from $5 to $9 and just kept creeping. Yeah. Doesn't it? And they don't even put, like, if you noticed, like if you go to fast food or something, they don't even put the price on, like, the price is on like the very closest menu that you order at, but on all like the posters and everything, they don't even put prices anymore. Because they change the price so frequently that they would just constantly have to change this shit. Fuck. We're gonna have to go through that or some shit. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. I think I gotta get on the other side of this room. There's no way, because I didn't go through this room back in the day to get this camp. There's no way. We couldn't kill that room. So we got into this camp somehow without going through that room. When in doubt, hammer out. Dude, I don't have a hammer. We were just talking about that. This guy went straight to level 60, straight into raids. And I didn't level this guy until Lucklin, I think. Well, Lucklin raids weren't out, but I think Lucklin was out when Lucklin was out when I leveled this guy. So like, you know, my guild is pretty good. What I was gonna say is my guild is pretty good about like every other day somebody was on like, anybody need their hammer, but this guy came really late, so I was kind of past a lot of that stuff. All right, let's go through here, I think. So I would have to like beg somebody with a couple string of fuck, dude, my brain is not working. It's in the rap song, bro. Come on. String is somewhere in the name. My brain just doesn't want to pull it up. Puppet strings. Jesus Christ, dude. Wow. Wow. It's time to go. Time to go. Alright, let's get out of here. What's the map look like? Is this the front door? This is. Let's go. If I had a hammer, that's a wrap. That is not a wrap. I'd hammer for justice, bro. I'd hammer for freedom. That's a hippie song. Razman, what's up, dude? Yo, late to the party. But did I join just in time to see you wreck Revenge Meat for me, Mistmoore? Yeah, it got brought up. We're on our way out, actually. We went everywhere in the cat, because you know this place is impossible. Get AI to make it rap then. I don't know a ton about AI. I'll leave that to Wreck-It. He's good with the AI song stuff. I don't know about that. I do it the old school way. We went all throughout Mistmoore to check all like the crevices and stuff within here. Just crazy, dude. Like, you know, I was saying, you know, you did really well for being in here all by yourself. And I know you died a lot, and I know you died a lot behind the scenes and stuff, but it's so crazy. Like, there's times where I just aggroed like 17 fucking things. Like an entire room just like, you know, aggroes on you for no reason. They just aggro through the walls and stuff. It's nuts. And even at level 60 with raid gear, they kind of kick my ass a little bit for being greens, you know. Did 3 loops looking at the exit respawns all the way. Yep, he's probably right. And then he didn't say anything. He just sat there and watched me laughing probably. But there it is. There she is. Take it in. God damn it. Dude, this place is infested. This is like a roach hive. Jesus. Freaking Rat King in there. Raz says, I'll watch the VOD to see what he missed. Well, the intention was to kill some dwarves. Then we quickly found out, or I quickly found out, there's way less dark blue dwarves than I thought. I was just going to massacre dwarves for a while for some XP. So then I pivoted, and then we just ran around looking at towns, ruined some faction. That was cool. And where are the dirty dwarves I was promised? Yeah, that was in the beginning. That was so 2 hours ago, bro. What's up, Glenn? What's going on, man? I mean, I guess I gotta work my way over there and kill him one more time, just to, like, you know, end the stream properly. I'm probably just gonna train this fucking bitch out. How many people are here? Me. Let's get out of here. I'm sick of these elves. So we stopped by Kelethin. I looked around, didn't kill anybody. Then we went to, then we went over to Felwithe. Didn't kill anybody there either. Everything's light blue everywhere. Damn dirty elves, too long of a respawn. Yeah, too long of a respawn and not enough dark blues. So we went inside the city though, into Kaladim, and we like wiped them out. That was cool. And then the GMs, I found out the GMs were cool with me, so that was interesting. But that was because I was in. We learned it was because I was in fire elemental form with my clicky. And then I killed enough of them to where they didn't like me anymore, even when in fire elemental form. We could stop by Gnome Town, but I'm too big for that place, so fuck that place. But I did massacre so many gnomes on my Necro back in Classic. So many gnomes. I really like the 2 that are in the front. There's like one guard by the windmills, and then one guard a little further up the road. And I just duoed those dudes for the longest time. Did we ever find out what level the home slice was? The Necro who was struggling with money? I don't know if he ever replied with what level he was. We got all the money camps, dude. Let us know. We got you. What's funny, if that was the same dude that was in the comment section of Reckitt's video, there was a... I don't remember the names, but there's Rekkit. There was a Necro in the comment section of one of Reckitt's videos that was saying that Necros suck. They can't solo, there's no money and stuff. I wonder if it was that guy. Yeah, and it was like, what? Necros are like one of the best, in fact. Seems weird. That was probably not him. All right. Yep. So I know you just got here, Raz, but we're winding down. I got a busy day today, so promised about 2 hours, and we're about to hit that. We'll go like a few extra minutes or whatever. We got we're doing the glowing mithril Ulac. And then I still use a primal Velium fist wraps. There is a the primal Velium fist wraps. It's not bad, but I'm using it. I mean, it's set 0.75. It's pretty good, but I'm mainly using it for the avatar proc. Not that I need stats, because if you look at my stats, dude, I play too many games, and they all have different letters for stuff. If you look at my stats, I'm like almost maxed on most stuff. Even agility is almost maxed. Stamina's short, but you know, I can fix that pretty fast. But we got 255 strength, 255 dex. Miraculously, we're almost 255 agility on a freaking ogre. Stamina's short, but this is like with whatever buffs I have, you know. When you get raid buff, then you're really maxing out. But anyways, when I proc that, it gives me 100 of everything. Melee stats, but the main thing is it gives me 100 attack, so that's huge. So I got to keep it for the 100 attack. That's big time. There is the Fangs of Viz whatever, which is ever so slightly better ratio. It's 1820 instead of 1720, or is it 1719? Something like that, I forget. But either way, it's just one off in one of them. Same proc, same stats basically, same everything. But I can afford it. I want everybody to get a good main hand weapon, you know. I don't want to get a good offhand before there's like monks and beastlords in the guild that are trying to get their first main hand because they couldn't afford the mass amount of DKP that some stuff costs, you know what I mean? So I'm just cruising with the avatar. And then once I get a better offhand, I got to be sweaty about it. And I got to equip this thing and proc avatar and then unequip it and equip on, you know, and it's just like, come on, dude. We're playing EverQuest. Like, I'm not that sweaty. We're playing Project Quarm. Relax. So I'm not that like. I almost rather just ride it out with this offhand. It's not bad, anyways. Kind of rambled on your question there. What are your thoughts on Barbarian Beastlord? I want a beast, but I can't stand playing fat models. Well, you could turn Luckland models on, and then ogres are a little skinnier. But I don't know. You know, I'm gonna get the. You know, a bunch of people in here are barbarian lovers, so I don't want to like ruffle any feathers or anything, but I just don't like barbarians. I made Mel Gibson my solo self-found hardcore barbarian. I died at level 57 tragically because I'm a noob, but that was cool. You know, I was a barbarian because it was solo self-found hardcore, so I was like, I ought to be a barbarian. I actually made an ogre. I actually made Rexar solo self-found hardcore before that. And then I died at level 20 vendoring stuff. I was at the vendor selling stuff, and fucking Swiftclaw or whatever the name is, the Griffin came by and just wrecked me in 2 hits. So that sucked. No bandoliers on Quarm, right? There actually is now, Glenn. There is a bandolier now. You just got to download the latest Zeal, and I've just been too lazy to do it. So there is. And you can also click clickies from inside your bags as well with the latest Zeal. And by latest, I mean it's probably been out close to a month now. I just have failed to give a shit to do it. But I need to do it. With that being said, I'm like an Ogre Master Race kind of guy because the frontal stun immunity, that's something that they'll never take from you. Whereas Barbarians don't really have shit. You have Slam, but so do I. Faction's not going to mean anything when Pop comes out. So, you know, if you're worried about like, oh, if I'm an Ogre, everybody hates me or whatever. None of that matters in Pop. Your stats are better, so it's easier to max out, but I would say stats don't matter either, so pick whatever race you want. Because if you do end up raiding and you do get raid gear, you're going to get max stats, like regardless, eventually. I just like the frontal stun immunity because when I'm fighting melee and I'm getting hit by mobs, I might need to slow them. I might need to... There's somebody else out here just murking dwarves too. You notice all the corpses? I might need to do some stuff, right? And so that'll just help you not get interrupted if you're not getting stunned from the front. Bandolier, what's that? Help a noob out. Bandelier's the it's a thing in like modern WoW or modern EverQuest, sorry, where it's like a little window, kind of like this window here or whatever, and you can like set it up to like automatically like switch your weapons or whatever. I don't know exactly how it works on here because I haven't used it yet, but it's just like a little window so you can switch your weapons on the fly. It's good for bards. It's mainly like a bard's best friend, because when you're swarm kiting on a bard, you want to like switch your instruments out before your song goes off based on what kind of song they are: brass, singing, guitar, lute. Greenwood Forest. Troll Beast is kind of cool for the regen, but the ugliest sin. Yeah, true, but they have the best pet, kinda. Wait. Don't let my bear hear me. They have that alligator pet, because later on in EverQuest, they changed the alligator pet to a basilisk pet. Basilisk pets are lame, dude. All right, let's kill these dwarves. Here we go. Here we go, Glenn. This is for you. I don't have my fire elemental on, but oh well. We gotta wear the dress too to match the thumbnail. So yeah, Bandolier lets you switch weapons at the click of a macro, so you don't gotta trip on it. Swap your Z-Heart for your enchanter can swing min-maxing. Yeah, basically. It's really, really good for bards. It's pretty good for everybody else, especially like if you're doing something like I was saying, we're in raids. God damn it! I'm gonna get fucking trained by this orc. Fucking. This place is it's such garbage, dude. It wasn't like this originally, and then they added like, I don't know if they added or they fixed like the orc runners. They weren't constantly like training stuff. Maybe the orc runner was, but the orc runner used to be rare, right? Like on P99, he wasn't every 5 seconds. Maybe that's what it was, but it wasn't like this on this server originally. Like everything was calm over here, and then some patch went out, and then the goblins run fast as fuck because they're sewed or something. This guy right here. And just constantly aggroing stuff and chasing and training it all around the zone. Also in EQ, the Basilisk sucks. Yes, you can also get Gator Pet Illusions. Oh, can you? You have to pay for it or something? Are Wardens all the same, different strengths and weaknesses? Well, in this, they're all the same. I don't know about live. Pretty sure they're all the same. Dude, when does this guy die? You know? How big of a train is this guy gonna do? This is why this place sucks too. If you keep stuff on rotation though, it's not that big of a deal. Or earlier I killed him with some nukes. Did I aggro that? Oh, they're aggroed on my pet. Since when? Okay. Well, we're killing some more dwarfs. But see stuff like this, like I want to get a slow off, you're just going to get frontal stunned less. So I just like ogres in almost every scenario. Yeah, like the regen's pretty good for leveling, but by the time you get to max level, especially on a server with AAs and stuff, it gets watered down. The regen is obviously going to be good, but you have a bunch of other stuff that gives regen. Like, you know, everybody's got a fungi tunic. Beastlords can't wear fungi tunics, but I got a fungi staff. There's the new fungi tunic that drops in VT. There's the other fungi tunic that drops in fungus caverns that Beastlords can wear. You get the AAs, right? So in AAs, you get the general innate regeneration, and then you get like the archetype natural healing. So there's a bunch of ways to get regeneration. It really just waters down the Ixar and Troll regeneration. Now, obviously, like I said, it's good for leveling, but being on a server that goes up to pop, I, you know, tried to just keep in mind, like, is this like a temporary, like, am I picking this race for a temporary help? Or is this gonna, like, help me for 2 months? Because, you know, I don't know, I leveled the character in, like, 2 months or something, and it's like, you know, it's gonna help you for 2 months, and then it's, you know, next to, not useless, but it's, like, very unhelpful towards the end. Because I'm getting so much regen from other places that you don't even notice it. Pet illusions cost you a couple of bucks on retail. Why am I pulling a green? We're just slaughtering on retail EQ. Greenwood Forest says, I think it's all the same except the bear. The bear has a blind effect on other players and when in dungeons. True. When I first started raiding on, he fucking trained me. You trained me, Goblin. Thanks. He's my polar. When I first, like, I stopped raiding on the Necro, and then I leveled up the Beastlord, and then I started raiding on the Beastlord. And when I first got into the raid, all the existing Beastlords were barbarians or Vashir. And so I came in as an ogre, and their pets are tiny. Everybody's pets are tiny except for the bear. The bear is huge, right? And so you go into a raid, and everybody's shrinking up, and you're in like a corner, so it's all like, you know, close quarters. And then I cast my bear, and it just encompasses the entire raid. And for like the first month or so, they couldn't help themselves, but every single time I cast it, so it takes a global cooldown, right? You cast your bear, and then there's a 1/1000 global cooldown, and then you can cast Shrink, which is then also like a 3-second cast. Dude, I couldn't even have 4 seconds before somebody's like, somebody shrink this bear! Like, it's just like, it used to annoy me so bad, but I got over it, and also everybody else got over it. But it's like, bro, give me a global to get the shrink cast off. Like, relax. Goddamn. I used to like laughingly talk shit to fuck, he hasn't been on any raids so long, I forgot his character's name. I guess I also forgot there's Ixar beasts. Yeah, so that's mainly what I mean, it's both regen. Ixars get a little bit of, you get style points for Ixar because they kind of look cool. They kind of look cool. We killed all the dwarves. Let's kill this guy for being a punk. They just constantly come out. Like every 60 seconds, one of these runs out. And so they're constantly just training this entire area. I guess I could sell over here. Well, really weird stream, dudes. Sorry, I guess. Just wanted to talk to you all. Sorry I wanted to talk to you guys. Jeez, no, I'm just kidding. But sorry it didn't go as planned. The plan was to kill dwarves, but I grossly overestimated the dark blue dwarven population. This is no drop. We gotta delete that. So let's sell off on all this stuff here. We did get us some robes. Anybody need some advisor robes? What is this? Essence of Moonlight. Anybody buy that? Probably not. What is that used for? I don't know. I'll look at it later. I'm just curious. Got a stack of gargoyle eyes. Not bad. You can make some money just free farming Lobby zone. I didn't even pick everything up. I left most of the bronze and stuff. How much money do we have? I mean, we got a chunk of cash, but I did kill dwarves and get their axes. Zaldaris said, I did NG plus Ixar because I couldn't stand Ogre and bear size. Happy you enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, I shrink him, but he's still pretty big, I guess. Like, shrinking the bear twice, you could shrink the bear twice, and he's still the size of other races' pets. I don't know. It just doesn't bother me, I guess. I'm big, too, so he's not that big compared to me. To be honest, oh, well. Greenwood Forest says, NG plus, what's that? It's where you can sacrifice yourself. You get to like level 60 and then you can go to the Priest of Discord and you can de-level yourself back to level 1, but you keep all your AAs and your gear. If the gear doesn't have like level requirements, like for instance, there's no level requirement on this. It says effect casting level 60. That's because I'm level 60. But there's no level requirements on this, so you could use that at level 1. Let's look at some other raid gear that I have. Like these robes maybe probably don't have a... This is recommended level 55. So this will act like in WoW, it'll act like an heirloom where you could wear it, but the stats are nerfed. And as you level, the stats will get better and better. So that's kind of cool. But there is going to be like this neck for sure. This neck is required level 55. So you wouldn't be able to wear this neck until you're level 55. Stuff like that. But, I mean, let's look at some of the weapons. See, this avatar wouldn't proc until 55. Also, the weapon requires 55, so that's another one. Most of the newer stuff is going to have a level requirement. Level required 58. But some of the old stuff, like, well, here's like a raid earring. This is a... See, like this old raid earring, this is from Velius. Obviously, the power in the expansions are quite different. But this one doesn't have a level requirement. So that's a pretty good earring for level 1, right? But it is like a no-drop earring, like Reborn. Yeah, so you rebirth yourself. And then if you make it back... And so you're powerful, right? So in theory, you should be able to level faster with really good gear. You also keep level required unless you die and can't re-equip. Oh, that's good to know. That's a good... So just don't die. Hell yeah. I mean, if you have like fungi tunics and stuff, you're not gonna die. If you can just make it to 20 and get some J boots, or if you're a class that can cast so, like, you'll never die pretty much. I say that and then I died, but you're pretty safe. So that's good. That's cool to know. I didn't know that. So as long as you don't unequip it, you can use it, and then you can use a bunch of your AAs too. I'm sure there's limits to that as well. Do you know Zaldaris? Is there probably maybe some of like the like Paragon? Like let's look at Paragon. Paragon. Like you probably have to, requirement level 59, right? So you probably have to be level 59 to use that. But what's up, Raph? Good morning, big dog. Any insider info on a new alt? The insider info is that there's not one. Haven't been playing a ton. We're about to end the stream, actually, but haven't been playing a ton of EQ. I say that, but I've been doing like one stream a week on this guy, and I've been raiding, multiple times a week. But outside of that, haven't been playing too much. I've been trying to dip my toe into Monsters and Memories a little more. I've been leveling with the boys. I do have some footage that I need to throw together and turn into like some sort of video, but I want to play Monsters and Memories a little more. It's been pretty fun. Now, since they pushed the EA out 5.5 more months, it'd be cool to just get in there and fart around. I've been playing some Diablo, Project Diablo 2 as well. They had a new season launch on Friday, so I've been dabbling in Project Diablo 2. It's a private server for Diablo that I've been playing since it came out. It came out about 4 years ago or so. They have about, I think they have like 12 seasons. About a season about every 3 to 4 months. Every 4+ months. So I've been dabbling in that a little bit. It's like a short thing. Like, even though a season lasts for 4 months, usually I only play for a few weeks or so, like behind the scenes. I do that on my own time. It's just one of those games, right? And I think EQL is going to be like this too. I think EverQuest Legends is going to be like this, where they drop new content and everybody plays for like a couple weeks, and then it kind of dies out, and then you stop playing for a while, or you go play another game, and then they drop more content, and then you come back and like, you know, have a little frenzy or a little session. That's what I'm assuming, but I don't know. Zeldarius says, so if you don't die, you can have your epics all the way. Most passive AAs work for level 1, active work for level 51. There you go. Yeah, so if you don't die, you can have your epics all the way. Don't most of the epics not have a level requirement on the item itself? It's the quest that has a level requirement, or is that wrong? I thought epics don't have a level requirement. For the most part, I thought. But I know, like, the quest, you can't turn in the quest unless you're like a rogue. You can do the quest at like level 36 or something. It's pretty low. So people sell like the multi-quest package. As for a new character on here, I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I don't know. I should, if I do, I should just dabble and level up like the enchanter and the ranger and the monk. Tie up some loose ends. I got the wizard at level 50. So if you don't die, you can have your epics all the way. Oh shit, I just fucking read that. Yeah, these respawns are killer. So yeah. Kill a couple more of these, and we're just gonna ride off into the sunset. And the thing that we have yet to mention is that you get like a title. So like every time you do it, you get like the blank, like the second, the third, the fourth. There's people that have, I don't know, a long ass time ago, I saw the 6th on somebody, and this was like months ago. We're talking half a year ago, or like ish. I saw somebody have the VI, and I was like, dude, what? You're crazy. Raph says Eminem is what's up. In between MMOs right now, so I'll probably just wait for it. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm doing. I'm feeling like, instead of going hard on and leveling another character, since I just got done with the SK, you know, after thinking about it for a while, I was thinking like I should probably just relax on EQ a little bit and let, you know, as to fight the burnout, right? I don't want to get too crazy and burn out. And the same with Eminem. Like, I didn't want to get too crazy on Eminem and burn out because it was supposed to come out on 6/1. But now that got pushed back to 10/1, there's a lot of time. So I think burnout's a little less of a factor, and I think I could play a little bit more. So I'm just doing some sessions with the boys. Like last night, we had a group of 5. We had a Zari in there for a minute, so we had a group of 6, but the level difference between, we had a level 9 and a level 15, and so the level 9 wasn't getting XP. So then, just doing some sessions with the boys on that, and I'll post some videos on that and stuff. And then I'm playing a little Diablo right now, but that's, like I said, that's just gonna be short-lived. That'll last a couple weeks, and then that'll be gone. Like I don't do Diablo long-term. I just do little short bursts. Every, I don't know, I'd say like twice a year, I'll play Diablo for like 3 weeks in the background. That's about my Diablo. But it's fun. I love it. I don't stop playing because it sucks. I stop because I get my fill. I get what I wanted from it. All right, last dwarf. There's like a fucking dog howling outside, bothering me too. I don't know whose dog that is. It's howling. I don't think you guys can hear it, but I can hear it. Next up, I think I have Tuesday off next week. I think that's my next day off. So I think I will try and do a live stream next Tuesday. It'll be better planned out than this. This was, this kind of backfired, but I don't know if it'll be EQ. Maybe I'll level up one of my alts, or maybe I'll play Monsters and Memories during that stream. I don't know. The thing is, with Monsters and Memories, I like to play with the boys in groups and stuff. And when I do the streams, I do them early when y'all are working and stuff. Second monitor type of stuff. Just chilling and chatting. So if I play Monsters and Memories during a stream, everybody I know is basically going to be at work, or the people I normally group with are basically going to be at work. So it would be like soloing and stuff. I don't know how much I want to do that, but we'll see. Minesweep says, I'm stuck on 19 on Monsters and Memory. I simply don't have time lately. The girlfriend has a million projects for me at the moment. Yeah, that happens. That happens. We'll catch up to you though. Maybe we can get a session at some point, because we're in like the low teens now. So another session or two and we should be in our high teens, and then maybe we get some groupage going. But I know you're across the pond, so our timing is a little rough. Like your timing is now, right? If you had it. But then everybody here stateside is at work, so most days I am. Like I said, my next time I'll be on during these hours is going to be a week from now, you know, so. But we'll see. You never know. Weekends exist and blah, 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 blah. So I work this coming weekend, but in the future. Anyways, all right, dudes, I'm going to leave it there. Good talking to you all. Good catching up. Catch up with you guys again in about a week. We'll do something cooler than this. Either a different character this time. I've done 3 of the Beastlord in a row. We'll try to do a different character, or maybe we will figure out a way to play some Monsters and Memories or whatever, but probably next Tuesday while most of y'all are working. Other than that, we will see you guys in the next stream. Later, Raph.